Hello everybody, it's Wednesday. We're in the middle of the week. The week's almost over. If you don't know, I died on Monday. Which means we gotta start over. But I'm not gonna be starting over with a hardcore world. Hello, Cat. Welcome to the stream. I died on Monday. Can you believe it? We're gonna start a new series. This time, because I've already died 3 times. I've died 3 times already. On Minecraft, 3 times. We are going to start a creative world. And we're gonna start a creative world because I can just build things. I can finally just build whatever I want. I don't have to worry about dying. I can just build. So if some of you have never played Starfinder before, everyone's playing Minecraft. That's why most of you watched my stream or played or watch my stream, yeah. But not a lot of people has played Starfinder before. Should build a Barbie mansion. Starfinder is a game. It's what we call a tabletop game. And it's basically like Dungeons and Dragons. Let me switch my screen here. There we go. And let me turn my camera off. We'll hide this. Okay. It's a game like Dungeons and Dragons, where you like, they consider it a tabletop game. And if you don't know, I DM a game like that. DM means Dungeon Master, or some people say GM, which is like Game Master. And what I'm going to be doing is building all the places in Starfinder that I created. And I'm going to tell the story that I created. So just like a quick rundown of everything. What I'm showing here is the actual Starfinder like rule book, and it tells you exactly how to play, and it's all like make-believe stuff, but it's all like space theme. So I'm gonna be creating all the places that we came up with, and I DM'd the story for 2 years. So me and my players played one story that I created for 2 years almost straight, meeting every weekend to almost every other weekend. And just building upon this huge thing. So here I just want to like show like a rundown. Like we had characters. Everyone played like a Xeno Seeker, Pilot, Icon, Bounty Hunter, Mercenary, Outlaw, and they played like Shirins, humans. So these are like the races. But what's really important is the Packed Worlds book, which is this one here. Packed Worlds, this book tells you all the locations and stuff of like where you can go within the world of Starfinder. So like this is like the sun, and this is the space station near the sun, and this is the stuff that we're going to be building. Is stuff like this. And all the places you can go. This is Abalom, and this is a place they've been to. Avalon is an underground city place that they went to because it's the closest to the sun. Most of the stuff on top is like industrial robots, things like that. Castrovel. They're very old and beautiful structures, so I plan on building stuff like this. In the campaign, they didn't get to visit villages that were like this, but for the most part, I will build the stuff like this. This is the world map of Castrovel. Absalom Station is actually where we're gonna start off. So Absalom Station is unique because it's a giant space station. It is a ginormous space station that's in space. And this is what we're gonna, this is like the first thing we're gonna build. We have the market areas around Click Clack Club, Fogtown, the Arms. Best quarters. We're gonna build this, but the version I came up with. This is actually the first place they started off at, so this will probably be the first thing I build. So let's create the world. We need a nice world too. We're not gonna settle for just anything. We need a nice big world. This seed literally gave me like an island to spawn on. Oh, this seed is trolling. feel like the seed isn't too good. Oh, mountain ranges? Okay. What am I looking for? I don't think this seed is too good. Let's make another one. So I guess I should just start off with what the story is. I'm gonna do a lot of this by like memory and stuff. Why do I keep getting island spawns? Like actually terrible. But let's see if I can remember the entire story from the beginning. Now the story starts off like, let me think about this. The story starts off 2 years ago. Like I remember doing this 2 years ago, telling this story. So everything I say may not be exact, but it's gonna be as close as I can remember it being. And then timeline wise, it might be a little iffy also. Oh, this is a better spawn here. Because this is the beginning, I want the spawn to be here at the station. So we're gonna have to like destroy all of this. This thing's gonna be massive, so yeah, I guess we'll just start here. So actually the story first takes place on Absalom Station. Yeah. And Absalom Station, I showed before, is this space station that's in space. Obviously in space. And basically, we start off with 2 characters that are... Let me kind of map out how big this place is going to be. So I want it pretty massive. We'll use this as a center point. We start off with 2 characters that are kind of walking on their own, kind of minding their own businesses. And each of them were invited to a shop. And as each of them walk down, one of them notices the surrounding areas. It's kind of like, this area is like a strip mall area. And this strip mall area is like, it's got walls made of metal. It's got various stores with glass, and everyone's selling all sorts of things, clothing. It's what you think a mall would be in the future. And you know, they're looking through the various hallways that are within this place, and as they both approach this store, they actually are coming from 2 different directions. When they finally meet at the store, and they just so happen to meet at the same time, they see each other, one character sees the other character, and the first character's name is Radicchio. Well, you can kind of describe what Radicchio is. Radicchio is... He's got a normal humanoid body. He's got black hair. He's got body armor. Very space theme. It's got various padding and like oxygen tanks and things like that. And from then you notice that he's got this long tail that kind of stretches out of his back end. And now that you look at him, he's more monkey-like than anything. Yeah, and that's Radicchio. And then in front of him, you see another man, another person. This person is in a full-on spacesuit. He's fully covered, head to toe. His suit is airlock tight, watertight even, with a glass face mask that goes over his entire head, basically a helmet. And he's walking from the other direction, and they both converge and meet onto this storefront, basically. And it's all the way up. Now this build is going to be massive, like you can already tell how big this build's going to be. So this is going to be the flat area, and we need to basically blow up everything below this, because this thing is going to be massive. So we're gonna use TNT. Anyways, the two meet up in front of the store, and they're both there for the same exact reason. They were both invited to the store by the store owner for spending a certain amount of money at the store, and they're being rewarded with a gift, and that's why they're both meeting up there. And fortunately, they both know each other, because these two are friends. As they both walk towards the storefront has this very... what's the word? Very, like, space-like opening. It's got a sliding door that slides upwards. Makes a little swooshing noise. And they both enter. And then inside, they see... what do I remember? Two other individuals. Maybe one. No, two other individuals. Let me think about this. In the story, I believe there was one other person. I know there's at least one other person, so I'll describe the other person. The other person was a small, very small, Yasuki-looking man. He's got this big pirate-like hat with a big feather fluff. And he's kind of just perusing the area and looking at the store. It's very plain looking. When you walk in, it's just like it's what you would think like a plain room would be. White walls. Very bright lighting. And then instead of like product on the walls itself, it's just like the pictures of everything. So there's like various weapons and things like that. I'd have to get some sponge. I don't think it's gonna work. I feel like get rid of a lot of water here. Did not even think about that. You know what I can do, actually? The water can actually be, like, part of everything. Nah, I don't want it to be. Yeah, I might have to get rid of all the water. Anyway, the next character, he's very pirate looking, but he looks like a tiny little rat of a character. And he's just kind of perusing the area. Who else was there? Oh, and then next to him, there's also another character. He's got brown leathers, like a trench coat. Very normal looking person who's just gone out to the shops, and he's also perusing on the other side. As they both walk in, the storekeep is there, and she looks at all the patrons that have walked in, and she says, you know, she basically thanks them for shopping at their place. Basically tells them like, hey, you guys have spent like a lot of money at my place, and as a thank you, she's like giving them a reward. And that reward is a couple of health serums. In the game, health serums basically heal you. But she tells them, hey, here's some health serums. Take these as like a thank you. And they notice that in the back there's this kind of an opening in the area that it's kind of for the like employees to walk through, and there's some shifting, and it's just like a curtain that covers that back area. And that back area, they notice like the curtain move. And suddenly they see like this small, kind of like a metal can come through and roll on the ground. So they all look at it, and suddenly this large electrical pulse comes out of it. And they don't know what to do. They're confused. And basically a giant EMP comes through it and stuns everybody. Nobody can move. Everyone gets pushed down to the ground. And they don't know what to do. They notice this small figure, heavy cloak, kind of rush through. And begin stealing some things from the store itself. Runs off back in the distance. After the shockwave goes by, the team decides to follow. And they kind of just chase through the alleyways to the back, and the back of this store is like what you imagine, kind of like a backstage area where all the piping is coming from and things like that. Let's see, is this far enough? Almost there. Yeah, so what you imagine like backstage would be like, and there's like pipes on the walls, very narrow passageways, and they're trying to chase. They're chasing, and the person ends up getting away. And basically their chase was useless. They couldn't find a way to follow the person. The little person was just too quick. So now that the store just got robbed, the team basically goes to the authorities, because the authorities show up as the store owner just calls them, just to report that the place has been robbed, basically. Yeah, we drained all that. That looks nice. Oh, now we gotta do this side. So they report it, and the authorities come and they meet someone named Glenn Kodak specifically, and he's basically like the chief of all the police officers in Absalom Station. Give me that. And he's the one who's basically like in charge of all of Absalom Station as a whole when it comes to the police force. Glenn Kodak basically says if they have information about like what just happened, like to give them, like to contact them. And the party ends up working with the police force in search for the robbers, or who this thief might be. So they start searching in the mall area for any clues, and they do a little bit of shopping, and they end up going to this tavern. And in that tavern, they start asking questions to see if anybody there knows anything about like a small Yowski figure, basically describing who the robber or what the robber looked like. And in turn, they end up finding a new friend, who they call Lucien. And Lucien is a tall man, brown trench coat, And they see him playing cards. And because of his knowledge of Absalom Station itself, he ends up joining the party in search for the robber. Just because he has that knowledge and like he would just be useful in general. So Lucian knows that various Yowskis live at the lower part of Absalom Station. Kind of like the underground area where none of the wealthy people would ever go to. It's kind of like an area where it could be called, or like it could be considered the ghetto. And he gives that information that the Yowskis live down there, so maybe they might be able to find something if they go there. During this endeavor, another robbery happens at the in the I portion of Absalom Station. The I is basically where all the rich people live. And it's at one of the museums. So they go to the museum. They go to the museum to see if they can catch the robber. And then they end up meeting somebody named Dime. Well, named Dime Ross. And he's the owner, or at least he works... He's like a head Xeno seeker at the museum. They meet him. And... basically, one of the museum pieces was stolen, and he gives the same description. He gives the same description as the person who robbed the store. So the party kind of figures out, like, okay, this might be the same person. So they use that as a lead, and then they get some sort of security footage. And it turns out that person stole one of the museum artifacts. So very rare, very expensive. So with that knowledge, they actually see what the person kind of looks like through the security footage. Which is great, because now they have an idea of what the person looks like. So they use that knowledge and they go to the bottom parts of Absalom Station. Basically to find the matching description of the person down there. Man, this is like annoying. Draining water from in Minecraft is so annoying. So they go down to the lower parts of Absalom Station, and they start asking around of the different Yowskis that live down there, and you know, they kind of find out like that they find out that there's some real big extremes on Absalom Station. The place where the museum was at was just such a snarky rich people place that just didn't welcome a lot of lower class people. And then going down here at the bottom parts of Absalom Station, they kind of realized that there's a big financial gap in this area. And this place is what, you know, this is where you can hear the engines of Absalom Station. They're breathing in the various fumes that, you know, power the station. And the whole place is littered with Absalom Station guards and police forces that protect the core of Absalom Station. Now, the core is basically what powers the whole entire station. It's what makes it float. It's what gives power to the entire city and the entire station itself. The core is like the most important thing. So there are guards everywhere down here. And it's not just because the place here is more on the ghetto side. It's really just to protect how important the core is. Anyway, they start asking around about who this person might be, and they give the description of the Yowski with white fur and this and that, and they find out that the white-furred Yowski was giving some direction and payment to other Yowskis that are down there, and a lot of the other Yowskis that live there were kind of upset with this person because whatever they promised, the other Yowskis weren't getting. So the robber was making a lot of people upset. Okay, I drained this entire thing. Alright, I drained the river out. Oh, I might have to drain that out over there too. Anyway. Let's go ahead and dig this entire thing out. I guess I need water for this. Bucket. Anyways, that's like the very beginning of the story where they all meet each other and they have this... Basically, they all have like a similar goal that they need to accomplish. So what I'm doing is building Absalom Station. No, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna build. I'm just gonna build. Dang, I'm really gonna dig out this entire area? Or did I waste time? This area is kind of big. Maybe I'll start somewhere else. I didn't really think this through, and like, I don't know where exactly I should be starting. Do a place that's relatively dry because water is not fun to take out. I bought 2 new rackets for tennis. For those of you who know I'm a tennis coach, I bought 2 new rackets. I bought the Gravity Pro. I bought 2 of them. Fantastic. Fantastic racket, let me tell you. Should I build it over the water? That'd be kind of cool, actually. Let's build it right here. Kind of over the water, overlooking everything. I think this would be kind of cool to build it right here. So, let's use gray concrete. We'll use light gray to start off. I'm gonna use a little bit of map here. We're at this is 228. Let me get a pencil or something. We'll use Notepad. How many blocks should we go? Should we do 1,000? 1,000 each way, or 500 each way? Plus, we'll do 500 each way, so it'll be 1,000 blocks in diameter. Which I don't think is a lot. 728. Okay. We'll hide this. Actually, that's kind of far. Do 100 blocks, because that's really far. It's gonna be 100 blocks each way, so we'll do it there. Yeah, 100 blocks, so... Two 9, 228. There should be one more. So this will be 229, 329. Three, two, nine. I'm feeling dizzy. I think I need some water. Okay. So that's the full diameter of this place. And I think even that's too small, but that's what we're gonna do. $842, so we need to go 841, so 742 this way. So this will be the full extent of it. This will be 942 this way. What the? Two. Okay. Kind of clear this out because we're gonna need the space here. So all this is gonna be one big dome. This is 78. So this is gonna be 178. So the dome should come up to here, which is pretty high. But mathematically, this should be correct. This distance should be the same as this distance. Should have graphed this out. I think this is a good start so far. Nice base skeleton of it all. Now what we need to find out is an equidistant curvature of this dome. That might require some math. So I might have to like chill out a little bit on this, but this will be the entire dome here, and this will be Absalom Station. So this is the max height of the dome, but there's still going to be spires that kind of beam outwards, and then the arms that beam outwards. So, and this entire dome part will be like the rich area. So this will be like the first project right here. Man, I wish I just had like a compass. So basically, this entire area is basically going to be this dome here. So this is the 100. I guess technically it's 99, right? Because center is the 100th mark, so it's 100 this way, 100 that way, right? So total would be what? 201. This will be 201 also. And then we need to find the distance between here and here. Right? Diameter is 201, or 101, or 100. Plus the 99. It's technically not even. I think I need to add a block on each side. That should be even. Right? Because then it would be 100 on that side. And then 100 on this side. That means it's off center. Yeah, that means it's off center. Unless nah, it's off center. We take a block from each side. So now it's 100 from the center, or 99 from the center. And that would make it even. Anyway, I'm gonna plan this out more on paper and then start building it pretty much tomorrow, but for now this will be our skeleton of Absalom Station, which I'm excited about because I've been wanting to build like places that I created. I mean, I didn't create Absalom Station, but my idea of what Absalom Station was. So we're gonna end the stream here. I'm excited to build this. Yeah, I'm excited to build all the places we've been to. We've been to an ice castle. We've been to a giant volcano. Been to beautiful villages. So I'm pretty excited to build all that. Yeah, thanks to everyone who joined today. Had a lot of fun starting this off. I know it's a slow start, but I have a lot to share, and I think the builds are going to be pretty amazing, to be honest. I know I'm in creative mode, and I don't have to worry about dying all the time, but I promise you the builds will be amazing. But I'll see you guys in the next one.